Yeah.
Made In Chafford podcast episode
57, dog.
Oh, well, glad someone's on the ball. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Retweet.
I love pointing because I don't know what I'm pointing. It's gonna be a recurring thing. I'm just gonna point every time. You get me?
Yeah, you know the deal. Like, share, subscribe.
You know the verbs.
Just keep giving you content, really. I don't know what else. Mandem, introduce yourself.
Cole Sanusi, aka Cole Sanusi, aka.
Is he on Gmail?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's man on Gmail, aka. I wanna think of some cool AKAs for us. I think Eman has bears, so we don't need to figure out Eman's.
Eman, give us yours. List them, reel them off.
There's Emmanuel, there's Eman, there's Eames, there's G-Bogs, there's Gibogwe, that's it.
That's
Eman G45, bro.
4-5 if you want it.
Yeah, man, it's bears, man. Welcome to this episode.
For
of course,
real.
Demi, give yourself the AKAs, man. What's
What's
this?
the AKAs?
Two Dems, aka.
Akas.
The Akas back. The real is back. The real
AKA.
is back.
The real is
The
back.
real is back.
Now we'll think of some. That's a task for next episode. Then
Yes, sir.
have to come with some AKAs. I like that. Eman's
sure.
leading the way. Should have a tally. Who can by the end of the year?
Who has the most AKAs?
Who has the most AKAs?
And what will stick?
I mean, we've only got a couple of weeks. How many weeks? We're talking like what?
It'll be Christmas soon.
Well, yeah, we've got 9 weeks.
Right.
9 weeks until the end of the year. So
Hella AKAs to get in until then.
Yeah, that's true.
How you lot doing? How you guys doing?
Staying healthy. That's healthy and wealthy. About to jet out, catch flights, not feelings.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact. Portugal will be seeing you. Lisbon and them, man. Ronaldo's town.
So you're
Enjoy,
not quarantine. You're not staying in quarantine lockdown.
Well, I'm going tomorrow, and then I'll quarantine when I come back. I've not been yet. What's the issue?
Wait, are you?
Well, you would have
speaking-
been by then.
are you speaking
Actually, no.
Future tense,
Yeah,
or
you
are
would
you
have been.
speaking past tense?
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Back to the future.
we're staying safe. We're saying, but you know what? Alright, the rule makes sense. But if I go to Liverpool, do I have to quarantine when I get back?
No.
One of the worst hit.
Why would you go to
areas
Liverpool?
There's the sites.
Shout out to our
Don't do
Liverpool.
that to Liverpool. It's a lovely city.
They were raving up the other day. They said, fuck it. They said, fuck
And
it.
I can't blame them, man. How are you trying to lock us down again?
You know what I mean? Free my dogs.
Just came out and now I'm on remand. The PO is calling me back.
Nothing makes sense
Nah.
at all.
Free my Gerard.
Do you know-
Gerard Dons.
Do you know what? I can't go. There's that scene in Toy Story 2 where Jesse's like, I won't go back in the box. I can't go back in the
Is that
box.
how the man
I
them are
relate,
feeling?
man. I relate. I'm not trying.
I can relate.
You asked me to do it once. I said, cool, for the cause. Second time, I don't know. It's going to be a sticky one.
For sure. Have you been to Portugal before?
I have not had the pleasure, so I'm excited to see what the country has to offer.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy.
We'll try, I wish it was obviously under different circumstances, but we move.
Where's the first place you'll go after this, Eman?
The first place that I will go. Well, I wanted to go to Tanzania.
Could you go right now? Technically.
Aren't they doing all right with it? They're handling that ish.
Yeah, but the UK is having their own.
They won't want you over there.
They wouldn't want me back.
What?
How do you unpack this?
I've said so little, but I've said so much. At the same
It's a
time.
fact. You can take that so many different directions.
So many different ways.
Get out of my country.
So pretty much with so for example, if I go to Tanzania, I would have to come back and quarantine for 2 weeks. Even though the numbers are low, even though out there it's safe by Tanzanian standards, but by the UK standards, it's not necessarily safe. But with all the rules that are going on with Boris Johnson,
BJ. That's his initial. Don't blame me.
Wow, okay. If you want to call it that. If you really...
Man's calling man.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, bro. Pause.
Man called that 10 seconds late.
All right.
Pause, bro. Like, nah. Yeah, nah. He's
Inconsolable, fam.
Oh, so I didn't. I was just like, oh, this is an issue.
I had to apologize to the listeners and to my co-host.
Hey, ho, shout out to the people.
The real is back. The real is back.
Oi. I bet it'll be sick to go to. Is the weather nice right now in Tanzania?
Depends where you go.
Yeah.
So, for example, because we're still somewhat autumn time, like in certain areas it still be cold.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, the north, Arusha will still be maybe like a nice springtime sort of weather.
Yeah. I guess that would make
As
sense.
soon as it gets to November, that's it. Everywhere is hot.
Yeah, done out.
But the
What,
rest,
November? Do they flip it like how they do in Australia? Because I know in Australia,
yeah, they're the southern
mad.
hemisphere, and then we're
Yo,
northern.
that's the Australians be doing Christmas weird, you know. Throw another
Christmas
shrimp on a Barbie. I'm
yeah,
not here for it.
Yeah,
Dude is down under, mate. Imagine.
yeah.
It's
So
true.
going to Tanzania, I mean, I would love to go to Tanzania, but I mean, there's other places I do want to go as well.
I really want to go. I really want to go to the Caribbean, man.
I was thinking
really
about that
wanna
as
go.
well.
I really
Jamaica,
wanna
you
go.
know.
Maybe Jamaica or St. Lucia. I'm not too sure.
I'm trying to catch a vibe.
Yeah, man. Just want to go somewhere hot where I can just chill and also just get in like touch with the culture and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? It's always good to have the balance.
I hear that. Man said, yo, Popcorn, when we linking?
Yeah.
Start recording videos like Drake when he did that Trust Me Daddy video. Everyone like, where did this come from? That was when he first downloaded the Jamaican accent. Everyone was like, where did this come from?
Marquee when it shut down.
He really downloaded it.
Like the new iOS. And just
Man's been collecting them like infinity stones.
real talk.
Listen, when he collected the Arabic one, I said, yo, it's over. It's curtains.
I couldn't
yeah.
believe it. And he actually did it not as bad as I thought it sounded initially.
He did well.
Well, that song's really grown on me, man.
Oh,
as from a solid album. Weren't sure on it at first, but it's really grown on me.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what? H, I'm gonna give you your flowers. I mean, has to be done. Your industry plant really spazzed.
I'd like to
I
apologize to
still
H.
don't think he's an
I'm not
industry plant.
The
I
Boyz.
still don't think he's an industry plant.
It's not a hate thing. Like if he's good, he's good. I've always followed that comment with he's good.
Should we get into the album? So I think it probably deserves a little bit of a discussion.
Yeah, it does.
But we can start with the H feature. And I heard the song prior, but I didn't take it in. When I heard it on the flow of the album, I had to pause it and look and say, "What?
Who's this?
Like he's actually spitting. Like the kid can actually rap."
No, but that's
I like
never
to
really concerning,
apologize.
man. That's never. I've always thought
You said this, but I've never believed you. I can come in there and say I actually apologize because hearing him, he's actually talented. The kid's talented.
That bar with Hedy, the girl said H. I was looking at me like, did you say H or H? I said, yo, Eddie's not playing fair.
That's slick, man.
That was real bars.
What do you guys think of the album, though?
I thought it was a good project. I think we'd already heard the best songs on it, and to have 6 really good songs on your album already, but the singles were fantastic. I think some of the other stuff felt like filler. The only like really, really standout song that I found on the album was Ivorian Door with F You Pay Me. Like that was a phenomenal verse and a real standout moment for her. But I think the album it did its job. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have many superlatives for it, but like for where Hedy's at right now, yeah, the album did its job.
I head up.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
You know what's mad, right? I know about Broadwater Farm because that's where I used to live when I came into the country as a young child. So I remember trying to explain this to my boys who are from Tottenham. I said, yeah, I'm from the place where like there's an image of like a waterfall. I'm from there. And he looked at me funny. I was like, yeah, but that's where I'm from. And then now I see like the whole OFB. I see Eddie One.
See all the affiliations.
Yeah, it's like it's a completely different contrast. But anyways, back to what I was saying about this album. I think from where Heady One has come from,
Facts.
yeah, no, it's been very much of a blessing, and it's amazing to get a complete project because you have Music on Road. You had a bit of filler with the Fred again and again
Jesus,
and again and again
that
and
was
again.
bad.
No, I mean it was. It depends on your ear. Like I think it was taste. There was taste there. It's just
He
not
tried the
something
thing
I'll
and
be-
it didn't come off. Basically, that's how I felt with it. It's not a bad thing. I
agree.
encourage our artists to try a thing, but it was too much of a risk. And I think everyone has said, "Yo, I never want to hear Heady work or do something like that again."
Yeah, I agree. I always appreciate the good thing about him is he's willing to do it, and also he's trying to just show he's not a one-trick pony. He's versatile, and I think that's probably how I feel about the album. I think it just shows his versatility. I disagree on the fact that the best songs came out as singles because I wasn't too sure about the song with AJ Tracy and Stormzy. That song didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
but there's good like solo songs on it. Like 5 Figures, I think is Cold. The song Cold is an amazing outro, and I think it just shows he's not a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
even the song Mainstream, like he's poking the fun at the fact that mainstream, but this song's not mainstream, is it?
Yeah.
So I like that song as well.
I respect it. And you know what? He was spitting at times, and I felt like I came away learning something about him as well. Like, obviously, didn't know the situation with his stepmother and his dad, or, you know, I didn't know his mum had passed away.
He's very introspective.
Yeah, so I didn't, you know, I love when you get that, like, you come away and you feel like you know the artist better. So that was really well done. The album was great, man. Like, it was a good album. I just feel like some of the better songs came out already, but I don't think that's a slight against them or the album is, you know, they were already out.
How do you feel about Princess Cuts?
Listen.
For my baby.
Oh, that song is so good. We need
It's
to be
very
outside,
catchy,
man.
That's the problem with these songs because they don't catch the way they should have. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many songs this year I actually feel that way about. Like, they actually didn't do what they were supposed to do because we just went outside.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But that song is, you know, Young T and Bugsy are just
They're in a league of
dynamic
their
duo, isn't it?
Facts. They're in a league of their own. I was really impressed with that. They did.
And it's a great follow up as well from
Don't Rush, because
Don't Rush as well.
that's a
great
point.
follow-up from that song.
So a man can't follow it up. The same three trio, you don't know how it's gonna come out. Like, it just might not work.
It's not a fluke of them boys. It's definitely not a fluke of them boys.
Not at all.
But yeah, speaking of music, I guess to segue into North London's finest,
Oh my god.
we're talking about Stormzy and we're talking about Chip.
I'm gonna let you take the lead on this.
Should we give it a bit of
Give it
bit of
some-
context? So, I guess long story short, it was Chip who did not Ways. It was the one before Ways, wasn't it? It was a song, and we said it was a diss, but we didn't.
It was Ways. Was
Was it Ways?
It was
Okay,
Ways.
we heard the verse on Ways, which was the joint song with
Skepta and Young Ads.
and Young Ads.
You know
And-
what? Let's read the lyrics because I think it's really important that we get like
Do you want to get it up?
real context to this because like
I initially hearing it thought this is a diss.
What Ways?
to be honest,
Yeah,
I
100%.
didn't catch it at first because I didn't think he would ever go at Stormzy for whatever reason it was.
And they've got a good friendship, or at least I thought they did.
There was too many bars in there for it to be a coincidence to me.
Do you
Yeah.
want to read them out?
So what's this?
Sponsored by Rap Genius.
Yeah,
Shout
better believe it.
Shouts for Rap Genius here. Okay, so if 3 man try and link up and do an album, it's not gonna sound like this. Trying to sound like A, trying to sound like Skep, trying to sound like and the rest trying to sound like Chip. You ain't been platinum, silver, or gold. You ain't even bronze, you div.
Bronze.
Allow it. You ain't even done 10 years in this ting. Round here, we don't hear you're a king. Man will take your throne, piss on your forehead, know your role. With cold spitters, you've never been toe to toe. Step in a ring, get shown the ropes. Tell me what you believe in God.
Tell me what you believe in, God.
Kill him off, that's a holy ghost.
Chip is funny with his delivery, man. I love it.
And like, just that bar there is from. I didn't
it's
get it. I didn't get it.
It's because of the song, innit? When you hear the song, it's not that type of song.
Nah, not at all. Not that he'd be sending it.
And then Crown, kill you off, that's a holy ghost. Like that straight away is only for Stormzy. But I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I have no clue.
We could also say they fucking what He replied on I don't know. I think that's
so that was definitely a response to Chips.
He was dissing him the whole entire way.
I don't know.
Like, there was even a song. I can't remember the name of the song, but CM Gang Bando Baby 29 SK, that song, yeah. And then Chip says, niggas rapping on tired beats, we ain't hearing that, turn it off. And basically, there's only like 1 or 2 tracks that you can really go back to. Heavy is the Head. The whole album, no one's really listening to it. No one can really. Can you tell me 5 songs on that album? You can't.
That's unfair.
So it's like he's talking to one person. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes in terms of Wagwan, but
now we know it is.
I don't know. Is he sending for me? I don't know. What did them boys sell first week? I don't know.
That's a fact. I don't know.
He's not wrong.
But the thing is, that was no.
It's only going to be for one person there, and I think this week has confirmed it. So eventually, the video was leaked of Stormzy pulling up in the Batmobile to Chipmunk's apartment. Very expensive drilling. Wagyu beef. And so the video came out first, and following shortly was it Kill MC, or I think both came out simultaneously,
more
actually.
or less.
Yeah.
And people obviously, the lyrics say what everyone's been speculating, that it's basically about Stormzy. So it looks like a rollout to me.
Yeah, he's definitely got a project coming. He said that.
You see it right at the beginning. It says mixtape coming soon. So this isn't just by coincidence that the video comes out, then the bars come out. So this is all calculated from Chip. So what do you guys think about this?
I don't think that's the case though.
Do you not?
I think that yes, Chipmunk would have replied in June, but then there's a situation with BLM. You don't really want to take
the shine away,
the shine and the light that's going on currently with the injustices. So
I'll be honest with you,
bearing in mind of that, then also, okay, Stormzy, I see what you're on. Yeah, I'm gonna give you time to apologize. I'm gonna give you time to come back and say sorry, because I don't know what's going on between me and you, but since you don't want to make it clear, right? Since you're playing games, I'm gonna give you some time to apologize, because me and you were boys. The same thing he did with Youngin. He was just like, I don't know what's going on between me and you, but if you wanna go at it, then we'll go at it. They gave him a phone call. It was like, cool. If you wanna go at it, we'll go at it. So I think with this situation, it's just like Chipmunk and Stormzy have spoken to each other, and it's been like, do you really want to do this? Because the thing is, you rolled up in my yard, and it's over silliness, and you've done that on purpose for every reason. You wouldn't do that to other boys. You wouldn't do that to Wiley. You wouldn't do that to this guy, that guy, boom, boom, boom. But now you want to do it to me. So it's like, okay, so if that's how you're moving, I'm going to respond.
But I think the response was done with tactical nuance.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like this isn't just by coincidence. He chucked the video out, and then the songs follow afterwards.
The last beef, as Wiley said, he made man a millionaire. He made Bugsy Malone a millionaire.
Yeah. But
Youngin didn't go anywhere. I mean, Youngin is still.
I'd rate it more. I'd rate Chips move more if I didn't see mixtape coming soon at the beginning of the video.
What, you just letting it?
Because we know what it is now.
Yeah.
And the tweet comes out and says, "Oh, hurry up, man! He's got more bullets in the chamber. He has a plan.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. I think the BLM bar in the song was the one bit I was like, nah.
I don't even think that this was that good.
I agree.
I thought it was weak.
I agree.
I wouldn't. If I'm in Stormzy's camp, I'm
yeah,
saying.
But the thing is, was it really a diss?
It was. He said his fucking name.
No, this is the charge.
Yeah, but killing MC was a diss. This one, I don't think it was a diss. It was just
the one in the.
It was just
the one in the Shell in the petrol station. He was letting shots fly. He said Homeboy's name on the song.
He said his name on the song, but they really diss him though.
I think.
No, he was just bringing something to the light.
Now he's bringing it to light, but he knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to expose.
He's trying to draw him out.
Yeah.
Essentially, he's trying to draw him out.
If I'm in Stormzy's camp, I'm saying we're not replying to that. No way.
What? Yeah, I agree. But the best thing for Stormy to do is to reply in his own time.
No,
don't reply. I wouldn't reply.
No, don't reply.
Why not?
Just give him blue balls. Don't reply.
Why not?
Honestly, no. Listen,
Go on.
Chipmunk I don't have to say too much about Chipmunk.
Yeah, we know what
Chipmunk
his pen is. Yeah,
right. And if you give him that flame, yeah, if you give him the fuel, he will give you the whole entire flame.
I think Stormzy can go bar for bar with him.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
I know,
because even with the Wiley situation,
yeah,
people who listen to the lyrics, they realize that Wiley won.
I don't know about that.
But because because Stormzy highlighted certain things that obviously stand out.
Chipmunk is a better rapper than Stormzy technically, but I don't think it's as far as people make out to be. I'll be honest with you.
Stormzy's got a good pen, and like we've seen it this year already. So I wouldn't want to get in. I wouldn't want to get into a fight where I can't. You're blinded, more or less. He's going to go into it blind. Because you don't know what Chip's got up his sleeve.
He's got more rounds than Chamber.
He's got a mixtape. He's gonna drop a mixtape, cool, and he's gonna say everything that he needs to say. He's gonna explain the whole story on why you're beefing me, why you're coming up to my yard, why you're doing X, Y, and Z.
It's just a risk.
And that's what he's gonna do. And if he then responds, he's just gonna respond back.
But this is why Stormzy should reply at his own time. Let's say, for example,
when would you say respond? In 6 months' time?
Respond when you put out your next album. I know that sounds nuts. I know that sounds wild. But hear me out.
But then you're not here. But then I mean that's kind of a double standard because you're saying you don't rate what Chipmunk's doing. But then if he responds, he's doing the same thing.
But if Stormzy responds now, he's done out because Chip is dying for it. Do you know what I'm saying? If he responds now, Chip already knows his next 3 moves. If Stormzy waits until he has money to make from putting music out, it disrupts Chip's little program because Chip's mix-up will have to come out in the next however months now he's playing singles. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think Stormzy has to reply, period, because if you can't call yourself King of Grime or not be able to bar with people. He's barred with Wiley.
100%. Because the foundation of grime, you have to reply.
You've got to bar.
If you don't reply, then you are no longer the
I think
king
he'd
of
be silly if he doesn't reply, if I'm honest.
That's freaking chess, which means what? So if you don't reply, you're not the king of grime. If you reply and I show you, you're not the king of grime.
People respect him more if he replies, and if he loses, than if he doesn't reply at all.
If you give out a sentence,
I respect him.
You're not the king of grime.
I think so. I mean, I do respect.
It stank. Like that was the first time.
I said it stank.
That was the first time Chip had ever sent for someone. I felt uncomfortable. Like I just felt like, there was no.
The BLM angle was a bit like, well, Black Lives Matter and mine don't. I was like, come on, bro.
I mean, I hear that, but even I just felt like there was so much wrong with it. Like it's just,
I liked it. I liked it.
Maybe because I weren't too hot on it. If it'd been a good song and it's something I could go back to.
How many times did you listen to it?
A couple.
I've listened twice.
And it's not really. It's not a song by him I'm trying to go back to, man. You know, Chip can make bangers.
Do you know what I like?
Coward was the best one ever.
Do you know what I like the most?
You took the rough squad.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Do you know what I like the most? The subtle disses where you're just heating the beef. You remember Infrared? It wasn't even a diss.
It wasn't.
Well, it was a diss, but it was 2 bars. I just love that because Push just like chefed it a little bit. Like he went into the oven to just check if it's cooking and left the room. Then Drake took the bait and then he let the thing fly.
What was it? Was it Memorial Weekend? Whenever it was.
It didn't take long for Drake to reply. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas here,
mess up the whole barbecue. It's just like, bro, I really just want to enjoy this barbecue. And now you're playing the song. And then it's like, okay, then cool, I'll come back with the tune. And in fact that he dropped it the same day, a couple years later, for Exodus.
Ha 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 ha.
Place the Adonis.
Who do you guys think is going to win this beef though, if it happens?
It's Chip.
You think Chip's going to wash him?
Chip. I'm not washing him. I just think he's clearly got a plan. And that's why I'd advise...
A man with a plan.
That's why I'd advise Stormzy to not reply.
It's a trap.
Facts.
It's bait.
Oh yeah, Wiley wants to come to the beef now. He wants to come into the thing.
Man.
No,
Wiley
because the thing is,
the dance floor is already full.
No,
I mean the dance floor is not even full. It's just Chip standing there on his own.
Exactly.
He's trying to get Wiley to come to the dance floor. Stormzy to come to the dance floor. Wiley has no business being there, man.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that Stormzy will win. I'm just saying it just to be a contrarian. But I also think, if I'm going to be logical, I think Chip is obviously the better rapper and he can win. However, I'm saying this because I think people are rubbing out Stormzy too quick. I think he can pull it out if he wants to.
Well, I'll never count a man out, one, and B, he's already shown us this year he can do it. So I'm not even like, if I've never seen him in a battle, then I'd be a bit concerned. But I know that Stormzy can do it, so I'm not gonna count him out at all. Like, we're in for a good battle, but
I want him to do it, man. I really want him to go back at him. I'd love to see it.
we'll see what he comes with.
He's not winning.
You don't think so?
He's not winning.
But let's talk about Chip for a hot second, yeah? Chip and Bugsy. That was close.
No.
Nah, was it?
You don't think so?
No. It wasn't close. But, okay, so...
There was points where it looked closer than people remember it to be. Chip won, obviously.
What Bugsy Malone monetized he monetized the situation, and what he did is that the fact that he came to Tottenham Stadium, whether it be 1 a.m., 2 a.m., the fact that he came to Tottenham Stadium
was clever. It was chess. It was definitely chess moves. That
know what OFB is on, know what them Tottenham guys are on. He came to Tottenham Stadium and did that madness. Big Nasty in the background, all the man them in the background, all them cars in the background.
Yo, if I'm in beef, I'm not asking Big Nasty to back it.
Big Nasty's from South and he knows his connections, but I'm not trying to weigh the situation. I'm just trying to say he came to Tottenham at that time, and that raised a lot of eyebrows, a lot of questions, and that was like, man's really on crud.
Yeah.
So then from there, like his infamous status just went up, and then also with like the songs he was making at like the first set of rounds of songs of Disses to Chipmunk, they were great. And then afterwards, the other stuff that he came back with, like Wasteman, that was dead to me. Like it wasn't that great. But the fact that he released 2 mixtapes
Off the back of the beef.
Off the back of the beef, and it made sense. Like the first one, like I always come back to this song, Men, yeah, MEN. That one was a madness. That song was a madness. Then he came back with the second mixtape, which was another madness. And then he did, I think, the third mixtape. Then he released the album. I think the second mixtape was Facing Time. Yeah. So like that mixtape, when it came out, it was good. It was beautiful music. And then from there, that's how he then became who he was.
But that's why I asked you the question, who won? Because he actually he blew up essentially. You became a fan of him off the back of that beef becoming as big as it was.
Yeah.
And he garnered a fan base off the back of that.
But if we're talking bar for bar, Chipmunk won.
Yeah.
Bar for bar, Chipmunk won.
But
I mean, they both won at the end of the day. They both won at the end of the day. But of course, in the best way I can explain it, who won the fight and who won the battle, I would say that Bugsy Malone won the battle, not necessarily the fight.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that.
With this situation, even with the younger situation, he lost the fight and the battle. Like
Young didn't even come to play.
I don't.
Young had one good diss in there, I think. Which one was it? I can't remember.
But I think it was just his reply, and that was a good reply. But it weren't.
No more lyrical war, because pre-recorded don't count on lyrical war. Like, and then him coming out exposing his mum, calling his mum Michelle. This is like him just talking stuff. Chipmunk talking stuff was just, it was mad. To me that was mad. And then like he didn't release music afterwards. Young'un didn't really release music afterwards, and then he got caught up in Nando's, and then Chipmunk made another diss track on him, and it was just like, well, mate, you're not really gonna bang, are you?
Well, it was very entertaining to watch. I think all of his beefs unfold. I think
he's got a competitor now. I'll be honest with you.
That's he's got to be a bit scared. I mean, I still think he'll win, but Stormzy's not nothing to play with.
No,
and
people are rubbing him out.
Chipmunk is gonna win the fight and the battle. He's gonna win both.
I disagree, yo.
Stormzy's got that fan base behind him that's like ready to go. To just say he's won.
What you're saying makes sense, because at the end of the day, there will be some people who say Drake won that Pusha T beef. Where man them know who really held that L.
There's those guys that just got into Graham now and will be like, oh, Stormzy's the best thing since last bread. It's just like they'll back him anyway, so they could be extra loud online. I'm not saying it's gonna be factual. We'll know.
No,
the real no.
That's
what that
matters. The thing is, the culture will speak, and when they speak, it's loud enough.
Listen, I don't think Gary from Lincolnshire cares.
No. The culture. And I'm not saying that he's no. Listen, there are individuals who know what culture. No, the culture will speak.
We'll speak and we'll say what we think, but it doesn't mean that like Stormzy's little minions.
No, the culture will speak, and the Sun will write a newspaper article upon it. Are you really gonna believe the Sun? No, you're not.
But you know what I mean.
Stormzy won because he's the best. Nah.
But you know what I'm saying. There's people out there that who think Drake won, but we know he didn't. But there's people that will say it because they just love Drake.
They'll be like, "Oh, he sold 100K last week. Who really won?" Do you get it? That's why I've revert to the battle versus the war thing.
Nah. We know, but we.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
there's nuance behind it.
Okay, when we talk about that Pusha T beef,
yeah.
Story of Adonis, you have to understand him as a lyricist. He made you know when you go into English literature, and you just see how simple his bars are. He made a simple diss track for Drake, and he demolished him.
Yeah.
If he now goes into the metaphors of, oh, this one I flip kilos and then make them into keys, and then now I'm playing the piano because you are mixed race, black, white. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, playing like a cripple.
Yeah. You know how push comes through, fam. Like, yeah. You know,
like
we know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is.
We know it is. We're just saying
culture will know what culture is.
People will come with that stupid rebuttal though. Be prepared for that. I'm just hoping Stormzy's diss is good enough that we don't have to have that, or people don't have that discussion. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But nah, I'm excited. It's a good time. I just hope they both come with strong stuff when it's time to really get into it. Because, like I said, I ain't the biggest fan of the first 2 disses, but I think Chip's got something in the chamber that could.
he's dying for it, fam.
Lock off a rave.
That tweet was gross. Man said, "Hurry up, man!"
Like his delivery was late or something. That's
Just Eat is in traffic, bro.
Nah, I'm not.
Man said, "Hurry up."
I mean, but the thing is, for me, if you're willing to come to someone's yard,
Arms out.
then surely, I mean, you could put pen to pad.
Yeah,
you could put pen to sheets and then write something.
That's a whole different world, man. If you come to my yard, we're having. But then we don't really know what he went to the house on.
There's probably more stuff that we don't know that we're not privy to. But
it's easy to put that up and make it look like you try to run up on it. He might have just come to talk.
No, you come to talk with sliders. You come to talk with sliders and just a normal like.
But would you have on Air Force Ones?
Were they black?
He's sponsored by Adidas, so he had Boost.
I had the Yeezy Boost.
Down doors in my Beast.
in my Urus. Nice car.
Yeah. I hear that. No, come through in the Boost and do your thing, Stormzy.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on, lads.
Oh, I got a question. Yeah.
Go on.
Would you rather die drowning or in fire?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Drowning, and I can't swim, so boy, I'm drowning.
Drowning, I guess, because that pain is gonna be excruciating.
The inferno of being burnt crisp. I'm good, B. Drown me.
I don't know what it'd feel like to your lungs feeling like they're gonna explode.
Yeah, but better than your body feeling like it's gonna explode.
That's terrifying, man.
Neither? Is that an option?
Is that an option?
That was a curtain.
What would you pick?
It's mad because the thing is, if you burn in fire, right? It's 2 minutes, and it's done.
Now, how long is drowning?
Drowning is like. I personally don't know about drowning. I don't know about fire, but all I know is that your head will overheat, and by the time, like, your body will just shut down, and that's it.
That's a fact, though.
I'd rather not see myself turn into shish kebab in front of my, do you know what I mean, in my eyes, bro. Man's just turning into lamb doner, bro.
Okay, but then
I'm not here for it.
Like that Don in The Boys that just set himself on fire.
The thing about drowning, right? The thing
We gotta speak about that show later. As well.
The thing about drowning, right? The amazing thing about drowning, well, I don't want to say the amazing thing, but the thing about drowning is that your body will actually shut down and then put yourself into relaxation so you can float to the top. And if you don't float to the top, right, then your mechanism will actually just automatically work again just so you can breathe. And if you can't, then it's mad. So basically, you know in films here where they just and they just float up, right? And then the next thing they find them and then they try and resuscitate them just to get some air, and the next thing they're coughing. That's the mechanism. That's a proper thing. But imagine that.
So what? More time you're just unconscious, really, innit?
Yes, for the moment, until you float up to the top. And if you can't float up to the top, then it happens again. And just bang. That's
I'll
it. You
keep
drown.
that in mind when someone says, "Yo, fire or water."
No, I just thought it was an interesting 2-minute conversation.
Nah, I hear that.
Because I was thinking like, what would you rather do?
Initially, you think water in it, but
now that you explained it, I don't know, dog. I don't want to die.
Nah, I'm not.
They might try to bring me back.
Nah, they
But
can't
I'd
tell
like
me.
to come back, but That's horrible.
Yeah, no.
I'm not becoming a lamb donor, man. I'm sorry. I'm not here for it, bruv.
So what was the
What was the next topic?
The next topic was the Lakers.
Oh, well done.
LeBron James.
4 rings, man. They did it for Kobe. It's well deserved. I mean, both teams did very well.
I was really proud
Did
of
you guys
him.
watch
Jimmy Butler,
any of the games?
man. Nah, I just saw highlights.
Highlights.
I can't stay up that late.
I did have the
some
opportunity
godly
to
hours,
watch
innit?
one, but to be honest, when your body just says sleep.
Game 6 was on at 12:30, so I watched it. So
I really could have watched that as well because I did have a nap, like just before that time with me going to bed. So like, I would have been able to watch it, but I just felt like, nah, let me just sleep.
It wasn't even worth watching because they got absolutely demolished.
They blew him out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They
demolished.
had to. I mean, they had to fight for it because otherwise it will get to a situation where it's 3-3.
How did the Heat manage to push them to a game 6? That's actually really
I
impressive.
think Butler was quite tired after game 5 because he just gave everything.
Yeah, he left it all on the floor.
And you could tell in game 6 because he was not good in game 6.
But I think the Heat should actually really take this as a compliment. Or like, if I'm them, I'm just saying, yo, if we add one person or 1 or 2 people to this team, could be flames because I know they're interested in Giannis. If they can get someone like that, that changes everything.
If he leaves the Bucks, that'll be peak.
I don't see him staying at the Bucks.
I'll be peak, but they're quite good.
They're good, but it's not a franchise team, if that makes sense. So it's not a team that it's not one of the great teams, if that makes sense.
They don't have the history.
Yeah, so it's not Lakers, it's not Celtics.
It doesn't necessarily matter if they're willing to put the money into the team.
That is a fact. But I think I know the Miami are like, especially after this season, they're like, yo, maybe we could do this. Like they can. There's no reason they can go back.
Tyler Hero's good there as well.
Yeah, he is good
shooting them threes.
But I'm just happy for LeBron. I think after The Last Dance came out this year, he needed something. He was like,
he watched that and said, "I took that personally."
Yeah, for real.
Oh yeah. More importantly, he passed Michael Jordan as well.
Is it for playoff games or like playoff appearances?
I think I don't want to say. I cannot remember the statistic. I mean,
You said 4-4 and a 4-door, so I respect it, man.
Yeah,
Man,
4
like,
MVPs.
Damn respect.
In different teams at the same time for each different championship that he's won. I mean, he's got a scorecard which is like, okay, cool.
You can argue.
If he gets to 6, there's a real conversation to be had, in my opinion, because then he's.
I don't
tied
think
with
so because I think he's old.
Huh?
He's old now.
He can maybe. I think he can grab one more.
He can grab one more year.
One more off the back of him being the way he is now.
Yeah.
Then after that, it has to be a supporting cast.
Yeah, but AD looks like that's a cast. That's a
He's
guy
a bully, fam.
For real.
In the paint, he's a bully. Like that whole game, like no one can get past him, fam.
No.
And when he gets the ball in the paint, he's slamming it, brother. Like he's quality.
Do you know how much funny stuff basketball lends itself to? I'd argue more than football. Like, why is J.R. Smith celebrating with his top off?
Why is J.R. Smith at the Lakers?
Yeah, you know that was
no, but the thing is,
but the thing about J.R. Smith, he is a great individual. He is a great player.
He's a great
It's just
player.
that he messed up. He's always gonna be remembered for the moment he messed up at that final, because it's like, what are you? You're
The Henny was still in the system, fam.
Like he was thinking of winning, but winning wasn't the now. Like he should have just gone straight up and just did whatever, but he didn't. So that's how he's always going to be remembered. But the fact that LeBron James brought him back into the Lakers because he knew that he could do a job to actually win the championship.
I don't even know if he played. Did JR come off the bench at all?
I don't recall seeing him in the last 2 games.
Nah, homeboys.
You get people who get rings like that.
Dwight Howard for getting his first ring.
Oh,
as well.
shout out to him.
Because that was a long.
He deserves it though.
He deserves it,
worked hard
especially
for
with
that
everything that he's been through. He deserves it.
Rajon Rondo as well. I think that's his 2nd ring.
Yeah, I want to say he got one with the Celtics.
Yeah. These men are collecting rings, man. And it's funny when you look through like certain man's Wikipedias and you realize, wait, man has this many rings?
Yeah.
Like Tim Duncan,
5 rings.
Has 5 rings, and he was since like the Spurs team in '99, so the year after Michael Jordan and them won it, to the most recent Spurs win where they beat the Heat. That's mad.
Tim Duncan was a really good, even a great player in a sense. He was just efficient, like
system player, isn't it?
Yeah,
but they were a system team.
Exactly.
Spurs,
if he didn't, that's why Kawhi didn't work well there, because he didn't fit into the system.
I wish the NBA was on at more reasonable times. I watch it way more, to be honest. Like I really do enjoy watching basketball, and it's quite a lot because we're football men and we watch football religiously. If basketball was on at a similar time, I'd definitely watch it.
You know what?
More.
If it was on a similar time, I think a lot of people will enjoy it.
Yeah,
just because of
it's such a fast sport, and you can't really
it's diverse
you can't
to
not
football.
Understand it.
Yeah, it's very diverse to football. Yeah, you can
quite easy to understand as well.
It's very easy to pick up. So it's one of the most simple rules ever.
That's a fact.
Get an object into another object.
That's a fact. You watch NFL and you're a bit like, it might take a while.
Them man are just waffling.
I do get it, but it takes a while. But with NBA, you can get it instantly.
I know the NFL.
I really tried with NFL. Not here for it.
It's too much.
What I like to do with NFL is I watch it like when they're in the end zone. So more or less it means they're about to score.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I really enjoy like the draw exercises. That is completely different because that's just like it's almost like one-on-one. It's almost like one-on-one, like with the draw exercises where they tell you like, all right, cool, we're gonna throw the ball. Make sure you leave the defender. That's it. Like that stuff. That's fun to me. I like that stuff. I'll probably even do that, but it's cold outside and it's COVID.
I hear that.
Man, just keep
Yo, Kyle Kuzma's going to jail, you know.
Oh, that picture's gross.
It's horrible.
Show me the picture.
I don't know. Let me see if I can get it.
I might have liked it.
He tried to copy the Kobe in the bathroom hugging up the trophy pic. Boy, oh boy, did it not work.
I mean, but the thing is, he's looked up to Kobe, so
look up to who you want. I'm not stopping.
The picture was trash.
It was horrible.
Quite literally trash.
I found it.
Let me see this.
This actually might have to be the picture for this week.
For the people watching, so there's a picture of Kobe where he's sitting down with his championship trophy. A player from Lakers tried to redo it, sitting in a pile of garbage.
It's gross, man. It's not a look, man.
The pic is garbage, essentially. But
Eman's
incensed.
I don't really see the resemblance, to be honest.
Well, you tried the thing and it didn't come off. That's all that needs to be said.
I didn't see the resemblance, but I mean, I know that I mean, a lot of people worship Kobe, bro.
Nah,
so, like,
facts.
For him to do that, I mean,
I'm glad they.
No slight against him as a player. And Kuzma's an important part of the Lakers, but the picture's bad. Let's call a spade a spade.
It's just a 2-pack of ass or a 4-pack of ass. If you want to call it that. But yeah, shout out to LeBron, man. I'm such a fan of him. He's just one of those players who just, when he gets the ball, just get out of the way, and you can't guard him. Even in his 35th or 6th year, I'm not sure how old he is now. He's still hard to guard.
I really wish he had that. He's got it now, and it's a shame it's a bit later on in his career. But I really wish he had that killer instinct just to lock it off. Because if you've gone to 10 finals,
I think he has a killer instinct, but I think it's just far more competitive, man. You look at that Golden State team, and how do you beat that team? When they had KD,
how you know what it is? It's because they changed their whole entire format. They changed the whole entire scope of playing basketball.
But there's rings he should have won.
Yes, it's the threes, but then again, people go in and people go into the key and shoot, dunk, whatever it is in the key. If they need points, they'll go outside. Whereas Golden State were doing the complete opposite.
Golden State, give it to Steph.
And the thing is, they had a whole defense.
And if it's not Steph, it's Clay and it's Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
You can't defend. I get what you're saying, but I feel
Draymond, who's going to slap people up as well inside the paint.
Yeah.
It's a good system, to be honest.
It was, but what I'm saying is I feel like there were certain championships he should have won. I think he should have won more when he was with the Heat. Nothing he could do when he was with the Cavaliers.
I think it's because at the time he was a bit overweight.
And he was younger.
So no. I mean, if you're younger, I mean, there's a lot you can do. But if you compare the LeBron James at 36, maybe the LeBron James at 28,
far more athletic now.
Far more athletic than, I mean, but at the same time,
physique-wise, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, even with the Last Dance, where Michael Jordan was speaking with his personal trainer, and he was even saying
got bulk up, innit?
There's certain things where
the Pistons were slapping.
You can do at 21 where you can't do at 30.
Yeah.
So it's just we need to do this. We need to train here. We need to make sure. I'll be counting how many steps he does, where he's moving here, to make sure that he is developing these areas and making sure that he's playing smart. Same thing with Kobe. You're okay. This time, I was fast, I was energetic back then, but now I need to play smarter, where I'm still conserving energy, but I can still sprint if I need to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I think with LeBron James, he's taken that into account and applied that on the court, whereas where he was back in Miami Heat was a bit too heavy. So,
but I'm interested. They've got my. I'm wishing all the best to the Lakers, because I'd love to see LeBron make it 6, just to make that conversation with him and Jordan a little bit more trickier to navigate. Because then if they've got the same amount of rings, I mean, I guess you could say if Jordan went to the final, he locked up and they won
6 out of 6.
But
it's hard to.
If we both got the same rings, what are we saying? Doesn't matter how I got there.
Yeah,
no, still Jordan will lose. Sorry, LeBron will lose.
Yeah, I think
LeBron will 100% lose, because I remember. Nah,
it's just that Jordan mentality is just not real.
Watching the last dance spun me. I'm not gonna lie.
Kobe and LeBron, and basically Kobe is like the closest thing to Jordan, right? And Kobe and LeBron, whenever they do their All-Star weekend, it's fun and games. One time Jordan sat on the bench, on the sideline. Yeah, it wasn't a good game for LeBron. It was not a good game at all.
What, Kobe showed out? I was like, yo, I'm gonna put you in a spliff.
Didn't say I'm gonna show you up. He put him in a split.
He just did it.
He made sure that, listen, between me and you,
it's not a game.
We should know who's the greatest.
What, are you Kobe over LeBron?
Yeah,
First.
Kobe over LeBron. So like, if I'm saying Kobe over LeBron, then I know for sure Jordan over LeBron, 100%. Especially if they're the same age, winning for sure.
Jordan said something very interesting though. I don't know whose story they put it on, but he was talking about different eras, and they were asking him at the time of his peak, like, how do you feel about being like the greatest ever, better than Larry Bird, better than Magic, the people behind you? And he was just like, you can't really compare, purely because different time, different physique, the game has changed. So we can apply that logic towards what's going on now, because the game is way different. But I guess pound for pound, after watching The Last Dance,
nah, that guy's goated.
No, because the thing is, the thing that Jordan loves to do, he loves to watch and observe, and then obviously dominate afterwards. Yeah, and I think Jordan will definitely just look at, because he even said, "Listen, right now, physically, I can't do it, but mentally, these guys are funny to me." That's what he exactly said.
I hear that.
So
it's that mentality, man. You got to shut it out. But
Jordan
I guess congratulations to the Lakers. They played really well, and also I think congratulations are also in order to Miami, because I don't think anyone had them doing that well. I thought 4-0 sweep, because I just couldn't see them, actually giving Miami Lakers something to sweat about. But boy, oh boy, did they do it! So took them to Game 6, and I guess it was the right result in the end.
Yeah. Comfortable winners. Goes without saying that the better team definitely won. But yeah, let's move on. Would you call yourself a Glacier boy, Demi?
Never. That was
define
sick,
a Glacier boy.
A Glacier boy is someone who's very icy.
You
were saying you were icy in the interrogation video way back.
Times have changed, man. No one saw COVID coming.
You're not sliding in the girl's DM and saying you saw icy on a Glacier boy. No,
that was a disgusting shot, man.
I don't care what anybody says.
That's a bad shot.
That's a bad shot.
I was flabbergasted.
You know what we're talking about here, man? Should we give you context?
Yeah, please.
So,
Sweetie is different, man.
Wow.
That girl,
boy,
might be best looking woman in the world. Conversation needs to be had.
I'm trying to think.
No, because I mean, there's certain traits and certain different physical features that women just shine over that will just be more appealing to another one. So you can't really compare who's the prettiest in the world.
It's very subjective, isn't it?
It is, but it's just if we're just being
like
hyperbolic.
Food, some people don't.
She's different. She's in an elite class.
Have you seen the meme where it's like where it's going and how it began?
I understand like the meme,
the
snowflake. I just don't understand what Glacier Boy is.
So there was a picture of the DM that Quavo sent.
Oh, was that what it was?
He sent a snowflake, and she replied with the ramen noodles, and he replied saying, "You so icy, I'm a Glacier Boy."
That was gross.
And then she said, "What's happening?"
So what's happening?
Everyone's going to jail. Like,
is that what everyone's going crazy about?
So man, them are sliding into girls' DMs, putting the snowflake emoji,
Someone did it with Viola Davis. I was
my
crying, and she responded.
What did she say?
She with the ramen noodle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hey, Mandem, if you're putting in the snowflake, I respect the game, man.
I would not know how to act. Oh gosh, that is not on. It's not a good look for anyone.
How did he manage to do it? How did he manage to put it
It's
off?
money. You gotta have Quavo money.
It can't be.
Them man are sitting nice. Quavo is easily worth 30 million. If he does that, of course.
That's a fact.
Just can't believe it worked on Sweetie.
He's worth 30 million.
I'm guessing.
Probably Migos as a whole. Actually, no, they're probably worth maybe slightly more.
What do you think?
Please check. He's worth 30 million.
I don't think that's that wild.
If maybe Migos as a whole. I think him himself is probably like 15. That's just a guess, like guesstimation.
Quavo net worth 80.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me then.
Say what?
Yeah, mothers. That makes more sense.
Nah,
Because if you said 30, I'll be like,
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, 80. Yeah. That makes a bit more sense.
Is that his net worth though?
Yeah.
No, that's still a lot, but I don't think it'd be. I don't think it'd be that
shocked. You can cut. Why do you not? How do you think he's worth? How do you think he's worth that?
From all the years that he's been doing music and all of the millions that he has been collecting, and I mean, there's a lot of investment here and there. Also, all the gold that he currently has, all the rollies that he currently has, because I know that he buys bust down, but there are some Rolexes, some sets of jewelry that he doesn't bust down.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And the majority of them have still kept its value, and
Of course.
also some of the assets that he may have. So I mean, it's been smart money moves here and there, but I just know somebody who's worth 50, and I'm thinking to myself, he can't be worth 30.
I guess he really is a Glacier
Fair
boy.
enough. Yo,
Just from the scope of things, it's like I don't really see how you're worth that. So
I hear that. I'm shocked.
I said less. Truthfully, I said less.
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
He's
but
been in the game for ages. And
if you're worth 80 mil,
is
then
sitting
wait.
pretty, because there was that time he was just on top 10 hits, like it was going out of style.
yeah,
Migos is
and the amount of features he's done as
Yeah.
well, because he's been
Everywhere.
everywhere, and also like the residuals he's been making. So I'm assuming,
and even
yes,
just with the Migos alone, because them man turned into pop stars with Culture 1 and 2.
That sent him into a different stratosphere.
Definitely, man.
No wonder flipping Offset's out here buying flipping Rolls Royces for Cardi to get her back. Was it a Rolls Royce?
I didn't get that, because the thing is,
He's sick.
she got him a Rolls Royce.
And he keeps buying her cars and she can't drive. Give me one of them, man. That's disgusting.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip the whole world. I'm livid.
Wait, he's funny.
Do you know what?
man.
She put up her Birkin bags and then man said, I'm responsible for 15 of them.
He's a sick man. He's a sick
Offset
man.
is a bully.
He's a sick man.
But how?
He's trying to get his lady back, man. I can't even be mad.
He's doing overtime.
I can't even be mad.
That Vegas trip.
That Vegas trip, that got me worried, because I saw.
She was moving mad.
No, it wasn't. I
She
wasn't
was-
looking at the video on how mad she was moving. What I noticed was, it was nighttime. Then the sun was up,
And
and
they
she
were
was
still partying. She had energy in it.
And I'm like,
That's that sugar booger.
nah. Because the thing is,
Fact.
I tried to do that at Magaluf. I said, nah, I'm going back to bed. So if she's doing that at that age, it's like,
Bro, she's not.
nah.
Oh, she 28 now?
You know what it is?
Just
it
the start.
It could be one of them, man.
Has to be.
has
No
to be one
way.
of them.
And Homegirl changed as well. They weren't. They came to party.
That's a fact.
How's the people by her car saying take him back?
Black love. Black love. I said, whoever recorded this is a bastard. Bastard.
And they were saying take him back in tune with the trumpets playing. And the
Take him back.
Offset.
Take him back.
Offset is gross,
And
man.
the trumpets in the back were disgusting. I couldn't tell if they were trying to mimic WAP, but I said, yo, someone turn this on.
Hey, Offset is a bit you know what? I don't know if I'm disgusted or amazed at this. Maybe both.
Nah, he's sick.
You gotta do what you gotta
He
do
would
to
do
get your lady
everything
back.
but stop cheating.
I don't even think, she said it wasn't cheating. So it's like,
She said she did it presumptively in order to stop anything else from occurring, but I don't know. No one knows
Yo,
what's
if
really
I'm her
going on.
lawyers, I'm like, again. I'm gonna have to whip. I thought we was going to court on the 9th.
We can't beat this guy.
honestly, bro.
Oh no.
I think they just have it like
Oh, that's funny.
They just have it ready in case, and all they do is just change the date. Like, yo,
that's she's been ready to dump his ass. He just keeps coming back.
25k.
Hold that.
Just to change the date, 25k. Just don't worry.
Something like, to Offsett, that's something like as well. He's, oh god.
Oh, what the lawyer fees? What they charge you for the divorce? Don't worry, pay that.
He's covered that. She was moving mad that birthday.
She's had a hell of a week.
Hell of a week. Hell of a guy.
That's too funny, man.
I have to start calling Offset Hellboy because he's moving mad.
Especially from hell. Moving absolutely mad.
But on the Glacier thing, could you go into a DM like that? I'm gonna say no.
I don't know. No.
I did it to my girl and she
I don't have eyes.
I don't think it worked.
You came to Britain. Certain things should just stay.
I thought it would be funny. But clearly she didn't find it funny.
Like, what you want? Like
what are you trying to do?
No, I'll never approach a woman like that. I don't understand.
Just come with a calm, hey, you're right.
Shoot, man.
Oh, did you see the guy that said, hey? He sent over a period of like 6 months. He kept sending hey, and someone said, "Yo, you came like a 5-0 song. What's going on here?"
Hey.
The little dance. Oh,
that's funny. That's hilarious.
504 baby.
Yeah. Last topic, I guess. Don't really have to go into it for too much detail, but it has been reported that Tory Lanez has been sentenced. Not sentenced.
Oh, we're really going to talk about Tory Lanez?
We might as well. We talked about it once, but we didn't get into detail on it.
Oh, the album was amazing in the first listen.
Say word.
Mothers. It was amazing in the first listen. But once you absorbed all the information, every single detail that he's just been speaking, you listen to it the second time. Oh, this guy is moist.
I swear,
he's moist. No, honestly, like there was just certain bars. You're just like, why would you say this? Like there's this one track where he's talking about, oh yeah, I wouldn't do this. Both our mothers wouldn't want us to be like this because his mother's dead and her mother's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, big man, what are you talking about?
Who's talking about us, man? I played that album.
The first track,
I haven't listened.
The first track was cool. Then the second track, he was really singing his heart out. Yeah, he was really singing his heart out. And then after that, it was just.
How do you think the public would have responded had he just apologized?
Probably better than they would now, because now it just looks like you're trying to monetize the situation. I didn't want to sit down and listen to a 70-minute album.
70 minutes?
I'm just guessing. It's probably around that long. But I'm talking about the one situation. Just give me, even if you gave me a song, I might listen. You're giving me a whole album on this? Nah, B.
I think the public would have been more forgiving if he just went and said to the situation, like, yes, I apologize. I'm now going to turn myself in because what I did was rude. Rude. It was mad. It was insane. I was just heightened with drugs. This and that. I'm going to try and get myself rehabilitated. But I'm going to go to prison and say that this is what I did, because I mean the whole album didn't make sense because he says he said in like a couple songs like, yo, listen, how the hell can I shoot you in the foot, right, and I didn't hit any bones, any tendons. Then a couple songs later it's like, I apologize for what I did, and it's like, well, what did you do then?
Oh man, he's out of here.
And then the second track where he's saying, listen, I really love you, blase, blase, blah. Next track he's saying, I really love you. I can never do anything to you. But Kylie was looking so heavenly. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Kylie was looking so heavenly.
It's the quote unquote.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yo.
Honestly, bro, it's like, what are you talking? Nah. Like, are you... That's why I said, the first listen was amazing. The second listen just seems like a toxic man with small man syndrome. It's just like, what are you talking about?
That's sickening. How can you say Kylie was looking so heaven? Like, what are we talking about? Like, what?
I don't understand. I think he's alluding to the fact that they had an argument, and the argument was on the basis of that.
Yeah, of course, but
like she was looking buff.
I'm not airing out the room.
Well, he aired out her foot, didn't he?
To be honest, If there's any other...
That's what it seems like. It seems like my man, he shot her in the foot. I don't know. I'm just assuming. I'm not going to say he did it, but I mean, as soon as the evidence comes out, because it seems like he is most likely the individual who did it. Because, I mean, there's just
towards that.
Yeah, everything is pointing towards that. I mean, the hairdresser saying, "Well, he didn't do it." Then a security guard saying, "Yeah, he did it." Someone else is saying, "Your days are numbered." This girl's saying, "Yeah, you definitely did it." And then he's turning around saying, "Listen, I don't know why you're talking." Because
you're just firing back at everybody.
Yeah, you're just firing back at everybody, and then it's like, okay, yeah, well, boom.
Nah,
here's
it's
the
not
situation.
Good look at all.
Nah.
How the hell would you know if it's me?
It's Kearns.
You're turning around. It's like,
regardless of, the thing is, let's just say, for example, hypothetically, he did do it. No, he didn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still gonna look stupid because you could have just came out at the beginning of it and just said, "I didn't actually
yeah,
do this."
I think his silence.
You know why? Yeah, because it's one song. If he didn't do it, it has a whole completely different meaning.
Right. His silence was deafening, in my opinion.
It's only one song, but the whole album it didn't make sense.
They should convict the guy, man. At the end of the day, the writing's on the wall. If it comes out any other way, I'll be very surprised.
He's definitely done something, and he's definitely harmed Meg in some sort of way. I think that's clear as day to see.
And for that alone,
lock him up, get him out of here.
And even when we spoke about the simping or tricking episode, like that part of the segment of that episode, basically when I said like some people are just not concerned about Meg Thee Stallion's mental health right now. Of course, she's trying her very best to hold it down, but it's like someone should just take her, just let her just relax for a year, get herself mentally strong for a year, because right now she's dealing with a lot.
Yeah, she is.
And then there's a lot on her plate. So right now, her potential man allegedly shot her in the foot. Then we have a situation where her mother's gone. Like, there is no family around. And now what she's doing is partying. And now what she's doing is making money. That money is not going to help you through this current situation.
You never know.
All you need to do is just lock it off for this whole entire year. Let's say from now October up until January. You just come out in January and say, "Listen, mentally I just need to get myself together. I'm back." That's it.
Facts. No, I hear that.
Or take as much time as she needs. Do you know what I'm saying?
Either way, she's got to do it. She needs to take a break, man. Tory's done out here. There's no two ways about it. Anyone, I was gonna say unfortunately, but he's made this bed. He's got a lie in it.
Heard that. We'll see what the verdict is, isn't it? It's quite soon, I think. So we'll get the
details
soon.
That's saying you can do 22 years. Minimum.
Yeah, I think that's mandatory.
Curtains, man. And what could have been a very exciting career, because he was just gone.
He was on the up.
Yeah, he was independent, and he
had
just
his masters, everything.
Anything
an artist can ever wish for, he had it.
It's a disappointment.
Quarantine Radio was about, like, really took him into the mainstream. Like, yeah, it's a crazy fall off in less than 6 months.
Roller coaster, yeah, boy. But you know, we pray for all involved.
Go down.
For real.
Just hope the truth comes to light.
That's all you can do. Well, another episode in the books. Like, share, and subscribe. Retweet for awareness, all that good stuff. Do what you got to do.
Before we go, what have you been watching recently? You finished watching The Boyz, innit?
Fantastic show. Listen, if you're not watching The Boyz, you need to start. It's the best show I've seen since Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's a big shout. Jesus, really?
Yeah,
Would you say so?
It's asking Game of Thrones to come around the up block, man. I swear.
Oh,
it's
that's a big shout. I love the show. I don't know if I can put it in that category, but from what I've seen so far,
especially when you think about how Game of Thrones ended. I mean, not saying The Boyz can end like that, but I feel like it's a bit more of a level playing field. Like, The Boyz can only go up. I felt season 2 started off a bit sluggish,
slow,
but my God, what a that finish! I think the reason season 2 felt slow was because of how they released it. So those first 3 episodes were slow, but if it'd been just on a weekly basis, or we'd been allowed to just binge it
all at one point,
it would have felt really like it would have made sense. But either way,
phenomenal show.
I think that's just consumer retention and also marketing. For example,
I get why
for example,
they did
the social media element. Like if you're talking about it every single week, if you talk about it once, that's it. It's done.
Yeah,
Amazon tried to thing, innit? Yeah.
That's
And
why
now
the Last Dance was every single week.
Yeah,
So
prolong the conversation. You should watch it, man.
You'd
You
love
would
it.
you would 100% enjoy
Do
it.
you know what? And I'm not recommend. It's one of those shows where I've not recommended it to someone and they've not fallen in love with it. Like they've just eaten it up.
It's because it really just takes the concept of what we like about superheroes and flips.
It just flips it.
Like, you know how we used to complain about all the CW shows and that? It just looks at those shows and laughs and says, "Yeah, this is all teddy bear kindergarten shit."
And that's
The boys don't play, bro, and it feels like it could easily happen in real life.
That's what's
Like,
scary.
it's-
Like it literally is. Like imagine if someone like Homelander existed and just like that's terrifying.
Hey, he's a wild boy. Homelander's a wild
You
boy.
know when she went, there's a white genocide going on.
Even he was surprised. He said, "Swear." That's the first bit of humility you've seen in this evil Don. He got out evil in one moment, and he looked at the person like, "Rah, swear down. Is that what you're on?"
I was in tears, man.
It's a quality show.
So the character's name is Stormfront, and she's a Nazi, and she's like, there's a white genocide going on outside, and they want to kill us just because we're white. And the main character, arguably, or main character 1A, looked at her and said, "Yo, what are you on?" I'm hearing it, but I'm not hearing it.
I'm a bad man, but I'm not even that bad. Like,
I'm
Hearing
not
it,
that
hearing it. Okay.
Nah, it was good. It's a really good show, and this season was so good. I mean, I don't want to spoil it too much for you because it'd be nice to get your opinion on the show.
Yeah,
But
definitely,
there was so much good that happened this season, and it is that nice flip on everything we've seen before, and
like superheroes could be fucked up as well.
facts. Yo,
They can be fucked up, boy. Stop
they were stomping the yard.
What about you, Eman? What would you recommend to the people?
I forgot the name of the show, but it's about an Indian billionaire, and it's on Netflix. So pretty much I've just watched one episode, and so much I'm in tune with the whole thing. I am gonna watch another episode when I go home, and I'm gonna binge watch it because it seems very interesting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I need more new shows. I'm waiting for The Crown to return. And man are cooking.
That's Netflix, isn't it?
It is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a really good show. Couldn't recommend enough. I know a lot of people aren't into the monarchy, but it's an interesting insight into a very interesting world.
I hear it's good TV.
It is. First 2 episodes might be the slowest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm talking a snail dragging a snail, but after that, picks up. So I'm looking forward to the return of that. I do really need to find another show though, because I just feel like recently I've just been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is great. Probably my favorite sitcom ever, but I do want some new content.
I've been watching.
Oh no! You know what I have been watching? I've been watching Pen Game. On YouTube.
Margs.
Yes.
Margs and them.
Oh no,
I hear
that's
it's good.
amazing.
I hear it's good.
I
I need to watch
amazing.
it actually.
It's just it's amazing. Like a lot of people have talent, but some people are just sitting on the show for no reason.
Oh no.
It's amazing, man. Definitely watch it, man.
Yeah, I've seen good things from it.
Mark's is putting out a lot of good content, or he's involved with at the moment a lot of good content.
No Behavior podcast is so funny.
You see,
the
argument was easy.
That was one of the worst
That was
episodes
gross,
I've ever
man.
heard.
To be honest, I haven't really. I started. You know what? I didn't really start off with No Behavior podcast, but I started with the episode on 3 shots and tequila. Yeah,
With Loons and Margs on it.
Yeah.
That's probably that's a good place to start because
that's a good place. It's a good place to start.
Because Loons that's the best way to get an introduction into Loons' character.
Yeah.
Margs is always on there, so you know what Margs is on. But
Yeah.
Loons is absolute nutcase. But he's so funny.
He's so funny.
So and he's a sick storyteller as well.
Yeah.
Because the crowd he does, he knows how to draw in a room and create a narrative, and it makes you realize like this guy is fucked in the head, bro.
Jeez.
But their podcast, everything Marks is doing is sick.
What was your recommendation?
My recommendation is Snowfall. So I started watching that. It's got Damson Idris in it. The guy from, I think it's from around here. It's London somewhere. But set in the 80s, crack epidemic, and it's in LA, just slinging coke. But it's going really, it's started off really, really well. I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Where's that on?
It's on BBC.
Oh, word.
On iPlayer, yeah. I found on iPlayer yesterday. I was like, F it, I'm gonna start watching
fair
it.
enough then.
So I'd recommend that if anyone wants
and
to watch it.
I like Danton as well. Do no wrong.
But I'm really enjoying that.
Calm. Well, it's a longer episode for you guys as well because we know I've been giving you some short ones.
We've been slacking, but we
So,
good.
Hopefully, more guests.
More vibes.
Exactly. Don't know how long this is going to be in person. Actually, it's kind of scary hours. Could be back on the Zoom thing, but we'll still be giving you the content you know and love.
We'll do what we can. It's been a good year, so we just got to keep the ball rolling.
100%.
Subscribe, give us reviews, like our stuff, retweet, and all that good stuff. You get me?
Yeah. Bless.